Well, what we're going to do today, we're going to update an XCN-2050 display via USB. So the first thing we're going to do, we're going to put the USB drive in the side of the XCN-2050. And this is the only place where it will work, on the side. We don't want to use the USB in the back because the display will not recognize the USB. So we want to put it into the side. So the first thing we're going to do, once we got the USB in the display, we're going to power it up. So by pushing the button on the back, it will start up. So now we're started up on the display. Now we're on the home screen. So the first thing we need to do the update via the USB, we need to go ahead and push the App Central button. So now we're going to go into the App Central. Once we're in the App Central, on the upper right hand corner there's a little information button. So we just want to check the firmware to see what version the display is on. So we're going to go ahead and push the information button. And in here it gives us the system information. In this case, we're on version 4.2.1.35. So this just tells you what version we're on. So once we've done that, we'll press OK. So the next step we're going to do, we're going to hit the plus button in the lower right corner. So once you hit the plus button, it will expand. And what we want to select is the button that looks like a card. Once we're in here, what we'll have downloads, we'll have internal storage, and then you got one that's got like a little card icon, and it says that we got about 2.98 gigabyte free. That's actually our USB. So we want to push that button right there. And in here, you will see what versions that we have. It means that we're already on version 4. You will see a zip folder, and we're going to update to 4.3. So we're going to highlight this. So once you selected the firmware and you highlight it, you're going to get a system update message. So this is going to tell you that the system package is ready for installation. The system will need to reboot to complete the installation. And it's going to ask you, would you like to proceed with the installation and reboot now? What we want to do, we want to press reboot. And now it's going to start the upgrade process. And this will take several minutes. Okay. So right now it's powering off, it's shutting down. And when this happens, the display will shut down and it will go black. And then right now, it's going to start right back up. You do not need to push any power button or anything. It will power up and restart on its own. So right now, you're going to have a picture of the downloading progress. And you can see that you have a status bar across the bottom, and it'll start from the left and it will progress to the right. The Android is upgrading, step 1 of 1, 2 of 2, and 3 of 3. And right now it is starting the applications. So this takes several minutes. So right now, when it's done, it'll come right up to the home screen and the update should be done. So basically, to validate that the firmware has been successfully updated, what you'll do is go back to the App Central button and we'll launch the App Central. What we're going to do, now we're in the App Central, so our firmware is now completed the update, and it gave us a message that the upgrade was successfully completed. So now we're going to hit the information button just to validate that the firmware is up to date. So in this case, our system information tells us that we have successfully updated to version 4.3.1 200.46. And then to dismiss this message, we'll just select OK. And then to escape out of the App Central, we'll just hit the return button. And now we're back in the home screen. So you'll notice that we have a box with a little blue arrow. So if we swipe down in the upper left corner, you'll see that the upgrade is completed for the TM200. The TM200 is actually the processor box that usually sits behind the cab or on the floor of the vehicle. So what we can do is we can swipe and we can remove that, and then that message disappears. And right now we're successfully completed the firmware upgrade via USB.